This story begins with a mystery, one that has remained unsolved for centuries.
For thousands of years, it's been one of the world's great mysteries.
Hidden beneath layers of time lies a secret so profound that its discovery could change everything we think we know about history, science, and our very existence. From ancient texts to modern-day discoveries, the truth seems just out of reach, buried deep within forgotten realms. Graham Hancock, renowned author and researcher, has spent decades challenging mainstream views on ancient civilizations.
My main message is that we have a so far untold backstory.
His controversial theories suggest that advanced cultures existed long before history tells us. What if the very foundations of our knowledge were built on something far more enigmatic?
Largely from those ancient maps, that it was a navigating, seafaring civilization. I suspect that it wasn't only in one place.
The world has always been full of questions, but some stand out for their ability to remain unanswered, no matter how much time passes. One such mystery revolves around an ancient artifact, an object whose discovery in the late 1800s sent shockwaves through the academic world. This artifact, buried in the sands of a forgotten desert, was unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. It wasn't just an ancient relic, it was a map, one that detailed a lost civilization, a society that was believed to be nothing more than myth. Historians and archaeologists have spent decades studying this map, attempting to decode its markings. Yet despite all their efforts, no one has been able to unlock its full meaning. Some say it's a hoax, a clever forgery created to deceive the curious. Others believe it holds the key to understanding not only our ancient past, but our future. The symbols etched into its surface seem to suggest a connection to advanced knowledge, far beyond what was known in the time it was created. Could this map be a glimpse into a forgotten world, or is it merely a symbol of the boundless curiosity that has always driven mankind? As the search for answers continues, one question remains: why, after all these years, is this mystery still unsolved? As the decades passed, the map's origins remained a subject of intense debate. Experts from all corners of the world flocked to study it, but none could offer a definitive answer. It wasn't just its age or craftsmanship that baffled scholars, it was the strange markings. They seemed to form a complex pattern, one that didn't fit with anything known from the period. Some researchers hypothesized that the map was an ancient guide, perhaps leading to a hidden city or even a secret underground network. But where could it lead? And why had it been concealed so carefully? One theory proposed that the map was not just a geographical tool, but a part of an ancient knowledge system, one that was meant to be guarded at all costs. Could it be that those who created this map were aware of a powerful force, an energy or technology far beyond their time, and chose to hide it? This theory began to gain traction when more artifacts, similar in design, but even more mysterious, were discovered nearby, hinting at the possibility that this map was part of something much larger. But even with discoveries, one key question remained unanswered. Why was this knowledge kept so hidden from the world? And what were those who guarded it trying to protect? The more the researchers uncovered, the more the mystery deepened. Alongside the map, other artifacts began to emerge, each one carrying symbols and designs that seemed to align with ancient texts from civilizations long forgotten. The question on everyone's mind was whether these symbols were connected to an advanced civilization that had somehow managed to disappear without a trace. It wasn't just a theory anymore. There was evidence, proof of a lost society that, according to some, was more technologically advanced than any we've known. Archaeologists uncovered structures beneath the desert sands, intricate ruins hidden beneath centuries of dust. The architecture was unlike anything seen in ancient Egypt or Mesopotamia, with sharp angles, geometrical patterns, and materials that seemed almost too advanced for their time. Some experts believe that these ruins were once part of a great city that fell into ruin, destroyed by a catastrophic event that erased all memory of its existence. Yet the artifacts suggested that the city's demise was no ordinary disaster. Was it a natural catastrophe, or was something more deliberate at play? As the evidence mounted, so did the questions. How could a civilization that seemed so advanced disappear without a trace? And if they had been hiding such advanced knowledge, what could they have feared? What was it that made them retreat into the shadows of history? The answers, or at least part of them, began to emerge when a groundbreaking discovery was made in the mid-20th century. Deep within the ruins, a chamber was uncovered, one that seemed to have been sealed off for millennia. Inside, hidden beneath layers of dust and decay, was a device, an object that didn't seem to fit with the surrounding artifacts. Its sleek design suggested a level of sophistication far beyond what anyone could have expected. Some believed it to be a machine, others thought it might be a weapon, but no one could explain its purpose. This device, dubbed the artifact, has since become the focal point of intense research. Its materials were unknown to modern science, and its function remained a mystery. What made this discovery even more perplexing was its engravings, symbols that seemed to match those found on the map. The connection between the two objects became clear. The map wasn't just leading to a place, it was pointing toward this device. But what was its purpose? And why had it been hidden so carefully? As experts examined the artifact, they uncovered strange markings on its surface, almost as though it were waiting for someone to activate it. Could this be the key to unlocking the secrets of the lost civilization? Or was it something far more dangerous? As researchers delved deeper into the artifact's mysteries, the potential implications of their findings began to unfold. The device was not only a marvel of ancient engineering, it seemed to be a focal point of some sort of energy. Initial tests revealed traces of energy signatures unlike anything known to modern technology. Some scientists believe the device could have been a power source, capable of fueling entire cities or even controlling the elements. However, there was an unsettling thought that began to take hold among the researchers. What if this wasn't a tool of creation, but one of destruction? The deeper they investigated, the more they uncovered strange occurrences. Instruments used to study the artifact malfunctioned, documents mysteriously vanished, and team members reported unusual dreams after spending time near the device. Was it possible that the artifact itself had some kind of influence on those who came into contact with it? Some theorists suggested that the civilization that created it may have purposely hidden it away, not out of fear of discovery, but because of the power it held. If the artifact could truly manipulate energy to such an extent, what kind of havoc could it wreak in the wrong hands? And if its creators knew this, why was it so carelessly left behind, buried in the sands of time? As the questions about the artifact's purpose grew, so did the resistance to further study. Some factions within the scientific community began to question whether it was safe to continue exploring this mysterious object. After all, if it held such potential power, could humanity be trusted with it? The more they learned, the more they realized that this wasn't just an artifact. It was a potential game changer, capable of altering the course of history. And yet others believed that humanity had a responsibility to uncover the truth, no matter the consequences. The device, they argued, was a link to the past, an opportunity to learn from an ancient civilization that had perhaps harnessed forces far beyond our current understanding. But what if those forces were too great to control? Now first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you. In one chilling incident, a prominent researcher, Dr. Hargrave, who had been working on the artifact for months, disappeared without a trace. His notes, however, revealed something disturbing. He had theorized that the civilization that built the device had ultimately destroyed itself due to its inability to control the immense power they had unlocked. Was this why the device had been hidden for so long? Has the ancient civilization learned a painful lesson about the limits of knowledge? Now, the same question looms over us. Are we ready to wield such power? As more details of Dr. Hargrave's research came to light, the true danger of the artifact became more apparent. He had discovered what seemed to be an activation sequence, a set of instructions buried within the markings of the device. But the sequence wasn't just a set of steps to power it on. It was a warning. The instructions were written in such a way that they could only be deciphered by someone who truly understood the destructive potential of the artifact. The message was clear. Activating the device could result in catastrophic consequences. The more the researchers tried to uncover the truth behind the artifact, the more they encountered strange obstacles. Documents were stolen, labs were broken into, and those who delved too deeply into the device's mysteries seemed to suffer inexplicable fates. Some started to wonder if the device itself had some form of intelligence, acting in ways that prevented the full truth from being revealed. But why? Why would such a powerful and advanced civilization create something so dangerous and then deliberately bury it for millennia? Was this a mistake they had made? Or had they known exactly what they were doing, foreseeing the potential risks of the artifact and intentionally hiding it away? The question lingered. Could the mistakes of the past be our own in the future? The answer to that question seemed closer than ever when an unexpected discovery was made. Hidden within the most ancient layers of the ruins, a set of tablets was found, older than anything else previously uncovered. These tablets weren't just inscriptions or carvings, but detailed records of the civilization that had created the artifact. They told the story of a people who had once been at the peak of technological achievement, far ahead of their time, yet doomed by their advancements. The tablets revealed that the civilization had stumbled upon a force of nature, something so powerful that it could either be used to heal the planet or destroy it. They called it the essence, an energy that was able to manipulate the very fabric of reality. At first, the people used it to advance their society, bringing prosperity and peace. But as they grew more dependent on it, the essence began to corrupt them. Their technology grew out of control, and with it, their ambitions. The final tablets warned of a reckoning, a cataclysmic event triggered by their overuse of the essence. The civilization collapsed in a final, desperate attempt to seal away the power they had unlocked. The last line of the tablet was chilling. May the next to find this be ready. Was humanity prepared to face what the ancients couldn't? As the truth began to unfold, the weight of the discovery grew heavier with each passing day. The final warning on the tablets echoed through the minds of everyone involved in the research. May the next to find this be ready. The more the scientists and historians delved into the ruins, the more they realized that the civilization's fate wasn't just a cautionary tale. It was a warning for humanity, one that was meant to transcend time. Were we too on the precipice of making the same mistakes? The concept of the essence, a force capable of both creation and destruction, now seemed less like myth and more like a tangible reality. If the artifact was indeed a key to harnessing such power, the implications were far-reaching. The danger wasn't simply in the potential for misuse, it was in the temptation to unlock what lay dormant within the device. Could humanity resist the allure of such power, especially if it promised to solve the world's most pressing problems, like energy shortages or environmental collapse? But this knowledge came with an undeniable cost. As teams of experts and governments became aware of the artifact's potential, a race began. A race to control the power that lay within. And with that race came increasing tension, secretive deals, and the looming threat of a global catastrophe. Who would be the next to try to activate the device? The race to control the artifact intensified. Governments, corporations, and secretive organizations scrambled to possess the device, believing they could unlock its power safely. The stakes grew higher as the world's tension reached its peak. What was once an academic pursuit had become a global security issue. But despite efforts to understand the artifact, it became clear there was no easy solution. The device wasn't just a marvel. It symbolized humanity's drive for knowledge and power, and the risks that came with it. Each step toward activation brought ethical dilemmas and questions about whether humanity should control such immense power. As the world stood on the edge of potentially changing the course of history, the question lingered. What would happen if the artifact were activated? Would it save our planet or lead to its downfall? The answers may lie in the past, but the future might not be ready for what's hidden there. This journey through time has brought us closer to an answer, but the truth remains just out of reach. The artifact, with its mysterious power, challenges everything we know about civilization, science, and the very nature of progress. Perhaps some knowledge is too dangerous to wield, or maybe humanity isn't ready for what lies in the past. The race to unlock this ancient power continues, and with it, the uncertainty of our future. Will we learn from the mistakes of those who came before us, or will we make the same fatal errors? Only time will tell.